What's up, YouTube? We're in the jungle today. We're looking for ho'io ferns and mushrooms. We're gonna make a little salad, put it all together, and go in for a dip in the pool. But first things first, we gotta clear out some of this invasive white ginger and fiddlewood to get into the zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this stuff. This is all invasive, so don't worry, I know what I'm cutting. Like, this is ho'io fern already, so I'm gonna leave these, but you can just kind of cut and trim. That's ape. So here in Hawaii, a really invasive plant is this like white ginger, Himalayan ginger, kahili ginger. They're all kind of in the same family of invasive ginger plants that grow here. And the government and like DLNR actually spends a good amount of money trying to remove this over like East Maui and in Big Island, because it's just kind of takes over the forest and really makes it difficult for the native plants to live. So kind of just gonna trim a little bit. You know, you could do this all day, every day for like a year, and you still wouldn't even make a dent in how much invasive stuff is back here. All right, so look at this ape leaf. So ape, it's not invasive, but it's just like super prevalent, and it shades out the bottom of the forest floor. Look at that. It's a nice one, yeah. And we're gonna use it today as our like plate and cutting board. So we're not gonna waste these. Ape is interesting, the way it captures water. The water like goes into the middle over here, and the ape will hog up all the water on the top of the leaf for itself. As where the kalo has kind of like a water repellent top on it, where the water of the kalo drips down and waters all the other kalo around it. So in life, you kind of want to be more like a kalo than an ape and water everyone around you, not just yourself. So I just broke my machete. That's so funny. I was kind of wondering like how strong this was, and with me, like I really don't get attached to tools too much because this kind of shit happens, but how funny is that? I just nailed it into this wood and it broke the handle. So I'm gonna take that out and bring it back with me, but that's so funny. Here, I could still use this a little bit. So this is a little ape corm with the ape leaf. This is really cute. So this is like kalo, right? It's like in a similar genus, a family. The thing with the ape, it's like not as tasty and starchy. It's like more watery, like a cucumber thing, but it has even more of that poison, the calcium oxide. So you have to double boil this like and change the water out. It's not like regular kalo, which you have to only boil once. You know, this is like a double boil, not as tasty, but if you're in starvation mode, this is a really good source of, not the best, but it'll work, keep you alive, you know? Right here we got these little orange mushrooms. These are like a turkey tail relative. I've heard that you can actually eat these, like blend them up and put them into powder, like pill capsulated form. But you can see how these logs are all damp and wet. Right now is like perfect mushroom time. So I think we're gonna find mushrooms. I don't want to blow it by calling it too early, but let's go see what we can find. Now we got some ho'io. Some people like to pick them all the way down here. I mean, you can, it's edible. It's kind of tough though. It's like an asparagus, right? You don't eat the bottom of the asparagus, but people pick it because they like to hold it from down there. I'm gonna pick it kind of like right here. That's perfect for me. I like the tender, super tender ones. So this is our nice little tender ho'io. And you can see the leaves are still rolled up. That's when you know it's pretty good to eat. So when the leaves are all rolled up, that's perfect. And then we're gonna put that in our little to-go box. So that's another nice one right there. It's perfect rolled up leaf. This is one of my favorite greens to eat, actually. So now I'm kind of scanning the floor for mushrooms. See this wood? This is like what the mushrooms like to grow on. So I'm looking out for these, and in this area, it's a lot of the snow fungus, the tremella mushroom. So we'll focus in on that. I'm looking for white right now. It'll stand out pretty hard on the forest floor. Look at this patch of forest. If you notice this plant, if you recognize it, it's basically the plant that grows, like it's a house, indoor plant, right? So I have a theory that this area was used as like a little like nursery for indoor plants because it's so good underneath these big albesias. And look at all this stuff on the ground. Like, check out this, like, this is like plastic tarp stuff. Like, it's kind of terrible that they just left it here. Like, honestly, if you guys want to come help me clean it up one day, it would be pretty awesome. Bunch of gravel too. So we're almost good on the ho'io. We're doing like making a one-man salad today. Just something nice and refreshing to eat while I'm out here in the forest. And before we go and do our little swim. The ferns, they're egg sacs or seed sacs or flower. The ferns are so interesting. They're not like regular plants. They have these little pods with all their seeds inside. And when the wind blows, it like releases them and they go to the next one and they all pollinate each other. And then this is the shoot that comes out after. But I'm not sure if ho'io does that. I think ho'io might be just like sprouting from the bottom and replenishing itself, but there has to be a way it gets pollinated. I'm gonna do some research and I'll let you guys know. Or if you guys know, let me know in the comments. So these little guys are a palm fruit, and they're like basically in the same family as dates, coconuts, all growing on palms, yeah. And the birds like to nibble these guys, but as for humans, it's really it's not non-edible. But it's pretty cool. Oh, even better is over here. So in all these palms, like the way I just showed you that little like date kind of palm, it's like similar to a California palm. We have this evidence of a coconut tree, and now we're right next to the coconut tree too. So it's kind of cool to see all these palms growing together. I don't know if they were purposefully planted like this, but it's pretty cool to see them all together. Okay, so straight ahead we have coffee, mountain apples, bananas, ginger. That's just off the top that I see right now. This is how plentiful the forest is. So here's a coffee, and there's one coffee bean. This little beetle is trying to get inside, but not today. It's mine. I'm stealing this from you. This is a nice little coffee bean, and I want to eat it. I'm just gonna chew on it, like pop this in my mouth, and just got a really nice fruity taste, and it's packed with caffeine. So you actually get more caffeine after roasting, but just chewing it, sucking out the caffeine, it's like a nice little zoom, you know? So I'm grabbing a little coffee right now. And coffee is cool because you can just bend it down and it's super pliable. It's not hurting the plant or anything. And just let it back up. Another one, and oh shit. Raw. So we came in to look for this mushroom, and look at this. White snow fungus, tremella mushroom. So I'm gonna kind of flick it, clean it off the little bugs. We're gonna thoroughly wash it and cook it before we eat, but this is what I'm talking about. This albesia has that moss, and for some reason, bro, I'm always finding them on the albesia like logs and stems, and bro, perfect for the salad. So let me grab my little thing. We got some fresh ginger right here. For our salad, we're gonna grab some ginger, throw it in here, and then grab this tremella. It's a nice little one. Got the orange on them, that means it's really good for you. They got these, this is coffee. The coffee got smashed by the albesia, but just look how crazy this is. If you're just walking in the forest and you just see, boom, ginger, mushrooms, coffee, bananas, it's like endless. And this is just like one, not even a 0.1% of what's in the forest, you know? And how big these forests are. Just loaded with stuff, and all for the animals, or it just goes back into the soil and reinvents himself. And the cycle begins again. Check out, look at all the bugs. Bruh, these fuckers. Look at them. Like 100 little bugs in here. But it's good. I mean, I'm sure I eat a bug or two every time I do a video, but this is crazy. This thing is infested. but I don't care. This is still more organic than the mushrooms that are grown on horse shit that you eat from Costco. This is a nice little tremella right here. Look at that. The goo, you know? Look at it. You see the goo? That's good. It's a good sign. It's good for you. The bug, the goo. I'm of course gonna wash it and clean it and cook it and make it safe, you know, for myself. But this is what the reality of food is, you know? Like, it's life. This shit is living. This is a living thing. It's like eating decayed wood. Like, it's got little organisms and it's like a microorganism in itself, like its own universe with all these different bugs living inside and sharing space and doing what they're doing, you know? It's like a little home for them. So this ginger, it's like pain in the ass, but I like to use this part, this red, nice part, the young part. Oh, it smells so good. It has like such a good little, extremely light, but refreshing, you know? It's not like spicy, regular ginger, the kind you find in stores. It's way more neutral than that. It's gonna go perfect in our salad. So these are fiddlehead berries, and as edible and yummy as they might look, they're fucked up. Don't ever eat these. Like, it's tricky not like knowing what to forage, and basically just stick to what you know, like don't be trying new shit out. I showed my friend this one and kind of explained it to him. He tried one of them and his throat started itching. So just as a rule of thumb, if you don't know what it is and it's a berry in Hawaii, there's literally only like 2 or 3 berries that are edible that grow, and you're probably not gonna be coming across them too often. If you're coming across a berry pretty often, it's definitely poisonous. Okay, so let's check out what we got, yeah? So we got our ape leaf, we got our tremella, got our ho'io, some water. I think we're in business, guys. So with the mushrooms, I always like to wash my mushrooms first before, just because it's kind of gross, you know, a little bit. Still a couple bugs in it, but it's extra protein and ain't gonna kill you. Wash the leaf too, you know. And then grab our ferns. So right here, we got a strawberry guava lomi stick. And lomi in Hawaiian means massage. And this is so perfect. I've been looking for one of these and someone just cut this and left. So I'm gonna take this one home. I'm gonna sand it so it's not as sharp. But bro, look at, look, it's hitting all the spots right now. Come in the forest, it's like a little spa slash restaurant, you know, like gonna go for a swim in the jacuzzi, make a nice organic salad, and then boom, check this out, oyster mushrooms. So we got a nice rotten, oh, they're all rotten already, but still pretty cool to show you guys. So oyster mushrooms do grow in Hawaii, but they're pretty rare, and these ones, you can already see the slugs been getting at them. The slugs love this. Look at this guy. And in Hawaii, unfortunately, we have rat lungworm, so you don't want to be eating mushrooms with a freaking slug on it. That's a death sentence right there. But it's a nice little thing. We'll put this back. If we had gotten here like a couple weeks earlier, maybe even a couple days, we could have probably scored the oyster mushrooms, but that's slug food now. Still a cool find though. We got a couple of our ingredients here. We got local tangerines, which are some of my favorite stuff. I'm just gonna open this guy up. Tangerine. That's kind of like our citrus element. And then So good. Such a florally flavor from the star fruit. Ho'io, our tremellas cooked up. Now we're gonna cut these guys up and just make a quick salad on the rock. We're done with our oppig. And so today I want something simple. I cook sometimes a lot of like very like spiced out, really intricate dishes when I'm like cooking for other people and when I'm cooking in restaurants and stuff. So sometimes it's nice to just have a simple salad. So let's build our salad now, yeah? So I want to make it still look really nice, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mix tremella together. Let's get it nice and airy. Let's give it a little bit of salt. Throw in our tangerine. Throw in some star fruit. Beautiful. Beautiful salad. You got your tangerine segments. So I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of Spanish pepper. I'm gonna grind. I want like a good, you know what it is, the God bite, of course. So Ho'io, tremella, snow fungus, a little bit of the tangerine, nice little piece of the star fruit. This is like a fruit, fern, and mushroom, wild mushroom salad. Wow, that's so good. Ho'io has got to be one of my favorite greens, like asparagus or broccolini, similar in like texture. But look at that, the mushroom. Little piece right here. Perfect. I'm not a gracious eater, but that's some other shit. I don't focus on that. But I do know how to eat like with etiquette, like at a really fancy restaurant too, believe me. But I prefer to eat like this. This is star fruit from my favorite star fruit tree. It's like down the street from this hike. And I'm friends with the owner and they just let me pick every year. They're awesome. Thank you guys for watching. This is an awesome video. We came in, we found everything we want to find. Be sure to like and subscribe and just keep supporting the channel. You know, it's like the early stages. I thank all of you guys for being here and watching this far and really like being a part of all this cool stuff that I'm doing and just learning, just like watch my videos. These are just for you guys to learn and also be able to identify and eat food and grind and forage and just be a human being, you know? It's natural. It's what's natural. That's why I find it so interesting. So I'll see you guys later. See ya.